Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now they'll throw with Carr.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle, Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jet sweep, Carr bats it forward. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Taken down by Pete Werner. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake, Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your 1st sack of the game because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Carr now to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now a first down carry by Jones. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Jones. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his kick is indeed good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Chandler on second down.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The Cowboys at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. So nothing doing there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. On play action, it's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of it?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, we'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Jones again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Jones. And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Jordan Berry out to punt on fourth down.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this one is incomplete.
We don't see it miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Carr.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Maybe a free play for Watson. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. On first down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
DJ Reader there on the tackle. 2nd and 9. Now Carr. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
His throw incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, Carr.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now Carr.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got Rome. Touchdown, Cowboys. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
to the 27-yard line.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He'll get this off to Swift.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try to slow them down.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Throwing his car.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And now here is another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And Watson's going to throw it here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Chandler. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Ty Chandler
From 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Now Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better.